So yes, I am only filming the top of my head right now. So I did a thing this morning. Tim doesn't love it, but it's definitely shorter than I requested. But I still like it, you know. Oh, I hate that one. That's better. Don't love it, but don't hate it, you know? So. What do you guys think? When I went in, I asked for about an inch below shoulder level. And she went like an inch and a half or so below chin level. So definitely like 2-3 inches shorter than I was expecting. Which is why Tim doesn't love it, because he says I should have said something, but at the same time, like, I couldn't, because she cut the back of my head all the way across first before I even realized how short she cut it. But it's not terrible. I straightened it, which gave it a little bit more length, but I don't love how she cut it. So I wanted it just straight. I didn't want any curve to it. I didn't want anything fancy. I just wanted it straight across. And if you guys see, it kind of loops down here. And when she cut it, she like, you know, pulled it, cut it, and then she went this way with her scissors. So now it's got like a rougher like edge to it. Let's see if I can show you guys what I'm talking about here. Zoom it in so you guys can see a little bit better. So like, it doesn't look like a nice clean finish. It just kind of looks like I chopped it myself. I don't like that. Like, I wanted it like a nice straight clean cut, but that's not what I got. I got this like weird, like, looks like I did it myself type of hack job. I don't love it. This is what the back looks like. Don't mind the bright blonde bleachy looking areas. I really need to re-dye my hair, but this is what the back looks like. So again, it's not like a straight cut, and I don't love it, but like I've said before, it's just hair, it will grow. Ella got hers trimmed a little bit. She got about 2 inches off. It wasn't a whole ton, just enough to kind of get those split ends off for her. We're making some fidget spinners, so in lieu of orders being printed for Etsy, I've been busy trying to get Tim to make like fidget spinners and other fidget type toys that I can have ready for craft shows, so that craft show season comes around, we don't have to like, you know, stress and try to get them done on top of Etsy orders. So right now, I don't have any Etsy orders for 3D printed things. All I have is a remembrance candle that I have to do myself with the Cricut. It has nothing to do with the printers. So he is doing all of that. You know, he's working on stuff like that while we don't have orders. So these he made last night. They're the Avengers like inspired fidget spinners, and I don't love them because the nuts that we use for the weights. It turned out really cute though. Like, I love the colors together. This one was inspired by, I think we did like Black Widow for this one, but I personally think it's more, it's not even on there. Black Panther maybe? We're gonna do like Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye inspired fidgets with the like Avenger type logo on it. This one is Black Widow. I told Tim to do like black and gold or black and red. I told him to surprise me. He went with black and red. We have Iron Man, which I will show you guys that here in a second. Yeah. I know. Mommy used to have those too when she was younger, but those were metal when I was younger.
Bit me arm. So cool.
Show me your face. Show me your face. Beautiful.
Mom, show me your face.
You want me to show you my face? Okay.
Get his eyes.
There's Mommy's face. Look like I have a huge nose.
I want mommy's nose. I want Ella's face.
You want Ella's face? Okay, so what you gotta do is get all these down. The metal ones, in my opinion, worked so much better. Okay, put your face back. Now put your face forward. Forward. Go forward. No, no, no. Pull your head. Pull your head. Whoop. Okay, stop. Pull. And there's Ella's face.
Here's Ella's face.
Do you see Ella's face?
Yeah.
You had your mouth open. Alright. There you go. Anyways, so we have Hulk ones here designed. We've made one of each. So we've got the purple with the green. And the green with the purple designs. We need caps for those ones still. We have caps for these ones here. But we have 3 of these ones. But Tim redesigned it last night. So you guys can see the nuts on these ones. And on the 2 Hulk ones, you can see the nuts. Obviously, the bearing's going to get covered once we get the caps printed. But he redesigned it. Ow. I had a splinter. He redesigned it last night. This is the Iron Man inspired. It's red and gold. It's so cool. I like this one, and they spin really well. Let me show you guys real quick. They spin really well. Like, they spin so good. No, don't take off with that. Daddy has to cut the bolt out of that. Give it here. It's not a toy. Thank you. But this is the back. So you guys can see a little bit the bolt. Okay, what? No, these are not toys. Daddy needs these. So he fiddled with it last night. You guys can see the bolt in that one really well. He added a few more layers to the bottom so that it was solid and you cannot see the bolt through it. He needs to cut the bolt out of these 2. Do not bite me! He needs to cut the bolt out of these 2 instead of throwing the bolt away. But I love how they look. They look so much better. So you've got the Black Widow and the Iron Man inspired. So yeah, that's what they look like on the front. And then it just looks so much neater and cleaner with the bolts being covered. So he is making me 4 more Iron Man ones right now. And then I have this here, has the red caps, which this has the screw. This is just the regular like flat part screws into. Same with this one, but these are gold and red. So that I have enough caps for all of the Iron Man ones that I'm going to get printed today. I'll have 1 extra just in case something happens to one or I want to print another Iron Man inspired one or whatever. So those are printing right now. Here in probably 45 minutes or so, it's going to pause. And I'm going to have to take all of these nuts that are here and put them in and start the printer up again. That'll enclose the nuts into the fidgets, and then it'll cover that all up, and then it'll pause again, and then I'll have to put the gold on, so I'll have to take the red out of the printer, put the gold into the printer, and switch the color. It's really not hard. It's harder for me because I'm short, but it's totally okay. I absolutely don't mind doing it, especially because they are for me, you know. But I stopped at Giant Eagle today. I had to get some linguine because Tim found a recipe. I wanted to make shrimp tonight, but I didn't know what kind of shrimp to make, and I asked him what he wanted with it. He said steak. I was like, well, I just made steak tonight. What do you want else with it? So he went online and found a recipe, and it required linguine. So I picked that up, and I grabbed a thing of potatoes, and they ended up giving me this for free. They're Kohlberg sanitizing wipes. It was free. So I've got those. And then Tim bought some light fixtures from Home Depot. I think he said that these were like $2 each, which is not bad at all. These are heavy too, man. Oh. They're Leviton porcelain keyless lamp holder. He bought these for the basement because our basement has absolutely no lights in it. He's gonna have to run the wires and everything like that, but he is tired of having to have his flashlight every time he goes down to the basement, and it's so dark out there, or down there, even though it's broad daylight outside. So he wants to add some lights to it, which I don't blame him. So got some light fixtures, and then I grabbed 4 of the remembrance candles that I use from the store while I was up there. I only have an order for 1, but I figured I might as well just grab 3 extras just so I had them, so if I have more orders I can get them out sooner. That has to go out tomorrow, and I had just bought it today, so that's why I wanted to go ahead and buy a couple of extra. I still need to do dishes. I need to finish putting the laundry in. I need to kind of clean up the counters and the table, clean it up, wipe it down, wait for the laundry to get done, switch it over, dry it, maybe fold it tonight, maybe fold it tomorrow. We'll see how I'm feeling. It's currently Tuesday, and I've got nothing else planned. So, it is currently about 20 till 4. We went out for breakfast before we got my hair done and stuff like that, so don't really have any issues. Yeah. Alright guys, so Tim just left again to go back to work. I'm putting Ella's sippy cups together because they got washed yesterday. I tend to let her sippy cups dry for a full 24 hours before I assemble them and put them away. They all get used up in like 4 days anyways, so there's not really much chance for like any mold or anything to grow, but I still like them to dry out the best that they can. So I just put all of the straws in, like the weights for the 4 of them and all the pieces into here, and then just keep the actual like sippy cup part separate. But just assembling them, and I gotta run over town to the post office, to Dollar General here in a little bit. I need to get some Texas toast. Tim wants some with dinner tonight, and he didn't tell me when I was at Giant Eagle and ran in and got the linguine. So I have to run over to Dollar General and get that, but I'm waiting until these fidget spinners are done before I run over, just because I don't want to leave it sit, because if you don't change the filament and like restart the print within, I think it's like half an hour, the print gets canceled and you can't resume it from where it left off, so you have to completely throw that one away and just start over. And I'm not about to do that because I just got all the nuts put in it. It's currently covering up all of that, like all of the nuts for it. I absolutely hate the way I store her sippy cups right now because they never stand up, and it drives me absolutely nuts. And And every time I go to take one out or even put them in, they just all fall over. But when you live in a small place like this and you don't have cupboards on the wall, you don't have a whole lot of options. So eventually we are gonna scare the crap out of me. Hey, get out of the bathroom. Huh? If you've already gone, honey, you can't go in the toilet.
Please?
You've already gone. Did you already poop?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, see, you have to go to your bedroom and get it cleaned up. Okay? Put the lid down. But, yeah. Alright guys, so I just got all of Tim's Leaning Tower of filament cleaned up from here. There was probably 20 rolls of different filaments there. Like, a lot of it was ABS, stuff that we don't use too often. But it was still there nonetheless. And I got it put away so that I can get back here, clean up all of this loose filament that he just kind of throws it whenever it comes off the build plate. It's not going to be the best angle. I'm going to use my printer bed as kind of a stand for me to prop you guys up on. But a lot of it is just junk that he uses to, like, instead of taking it over to the trash can when he gets it off the bed, he just kind of sets it there, and his mindset, he's like, oh, I'll just pick it up whenever I go back over to the computer, but he ends up never going back over to the computer based off of all of the filament scraps that are here. He just leaves them there and then forgets about them, and then that ultimately leaves me up to cleaning them up. He usually does pretty good about picking them up in the end after it gets really chaotic and destructive, but it's garbage night, so I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up what is here. He just cleaned it up like a week ago, so it's not too bad right now. The Iron Man inspired fidget spinners are finished printing. I am now waiting for this blue to go on. I'm starting on the Captain America designed type ones, and I'm excited to see how they turn out. Uh-oh. I gotta stop it, hold on. The first layer did not go down good. It must have had a memory card error, I'm assuming. Anyways, I'm working on cleaning up around Tim's printers. I don't know what happened. I walked over to the computer to restart this print because it had messed up. And I came back and my camera had shut off on the screen. Like, it was still open, so it was still on. But it had shut the screen off, which I'm assuming was a memory card error. So, that happens more often than I care to admit, honestly, but that's alright. So yeah, I'm just cleaning up the little bit of filament scraps that are laying around. That was gross. That are just laying around the printer here. I cannot get my fingers underneath of them. It's all garbage. You know what, whatever. Tim can deal with the rest of that because I cannot physically get underneath of it. I just picked up all these scraps from around the printer and inside. Tim uses the base of his printer here to throw the filament scraps too. But I'm gonna make sure this first layer goes down on these fidgets, and get these ones assembled, the Iron Man ones. Get them assembled here in a few minutes. I need to go out and get the things put away that I bought from Dollar General. I had to go over and get the garlic bread I told you guys about. Ended up getting 3 cases of pop for myself. And these 2 other things, they're vanity, what are they called? Vanity something or other. They're shelves that you can put over top of your spigot. Store stuff up higher.